So in section 6.2, we are going to focus on continuous probability distributions. Section 6.2, we're going to be looking at the normal model. So in the last section, we compared discrete and continuous probability distributions. It is much more difficult to find probabilities in continuous probability distributions because we are finding area under a curve. In this section, we're going to introduce and use our normal model and how to find probabilities by finding areas underneath the normal curve. All right, so the normal model is the most widely used probability model for continuous numerical variables. We are going to use something called the normal curve. Or the normal distribution. We'll kind of see the words used interchangeably for unimodal and symmetric distributions. Remember, symmetric distributions have histograms whose left and right sides are roughly mirror images to one another. Unimodal distributions have histograms with one mound. So if we're thinking about this, we're thinking about going back to, and in the next couple of pages, we'll even mention our empirical rule. So thinking about that stuff that we used back in chapter 3. The normal curve is also sometimes called a Gaussian curve or a bell curve. Okay. So all of these names are describing kind of the same thing that we're going to be using. As far as visualizing our normal distribution, right? What we see here, normal distributions again are unimodal and symmetric distributions, and they can be shown as histograms and or curves. Right? So if we look at these, both of these distributions are nearly symmetric. Right? So they're not perfect, but we see a pretty nice symmetric curve in here. So they're nearly symmetric. They are mound shaped. There is only one mound, so they're unimodal. And then the normal curve that's approximated by this histogram is that nice little curve that we see drawn in each of these. Right? So all of the problems that we're going to be doing in section 6.2, we're going to be thinking about this nice unimodal symmetric bell curve, normal curve, and then we're going to be using these normal probabilities then, or finding probabilities using this normal distribution, using these normal curves.